Urgent New York Giants fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest New York Giants updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Giants fans, buckle up because today, we're diving deep into everything you need to know about your favorite team as they look ahead to what promises to be an interesting offseason. The Giants, after a tough 3-14 season, are trying to put some pieces together, rebuild, and come back stronger in 2024. And let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack here, from the struggles they faced last year to the intriguing moves they're making now. First off, the 2023 season for the Giants was, without a doubt, one of the most challenging in recent memory. When you look at their offense, it was a struggle from start to finish. They ranked 30th in yards per game, averaging just 294.8 yards, and were 31st in points per game, with a mere 16.1 points on average. To give you some context, that's less than what some of the league's worst offenses managed, like the crosstown Brooklyn Nets' Mikal Bridges, who averaged 17.6 points per game for the Knicks earlier this season. It was a season where the offense simply couldn't get anything going, and in the NFL, that's a recipe for disaster. And when your offense struggles that much, it impacts everything else: your chances of winning, your confidence, and ultimately, your ability to build a competitive team. The Giants knew they had to make big changes, and they've been working hard this offseason to turn things around. One of the most noticeable moves was signing veteran quarterback Russell Wilson to a one-year deal worth $10.5 million. Now, this isn't exactly a blockbuster signing, but it's a clear signal that the Giants are looking for stability and experience at the quarterback position, even if it's just for a season. Russell Wilson, of course, is a Super Bowl-winning quarterback with a decorated NFL career, and bringing him into the fold gives them an experienced option to help guide the offense and mentor some of their younger players. But it's not just about bringing in a veteran. The Giants also made a significant move in the draft, selecting Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart with the number 25 pick. Dart is a talented young quarterback with a lot of potential, and the Giants are clearly betting on his development to be part of their future. This combination of adding a veteran like Wilson and drafting a promising young quarterback shows that the team is trying to balance immediate stability with long-term growth. It's a strategic approach, especially after such a dismal season that exposed many weaknesses. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. The Giants' front office isn't done yet. Rumors and reports suggest they're exploring further offensive upgrades, particularly at the wide receiver position. And one name that keeps popping up as a potential target is Keenan Allen. That's right, the six-time Pro Bowler and veteran wideout who just celebrated his 33rd birthday might be on his way to the Big Apple. According to Alex K. from Bleacher Report, Allen could be a perfect fit for the Giants, bringing proven production and veteran leadership to a team that desperately needs playmakers. Why Keenan Allen? Well, for starters, he's been a consistent force throughout his NFL career. He has over 1,000 yards receiving in 6 of his 12 seasons, and he's amassed an impressive 66 touchdowns. Sure, his 2022 season with the Chicago Bears was a bit of a down year, only 70 catches for 744 yards and 7 touchdowns, but he still managed to find the end zone 7 times, showing he can still be a reliable target. Before that, he had a stellar year with the Los Angeles Chargers, hauling in 108 catches for 243 yards and 7 touchdowns. That kind of production is exactly what the Giants need to bolster their passing game and give their young quarterbacks a reliable target. And let's talk about the fit. Allen, if added, could serve as the Giants' WR2, immediately improving the passing attack. Last season, the second leading receiver for the Giants was Wan'Dale Robinson, who finished with 699 yards and 3 touchdowns on 93 receptions. While Robinson is promising, his yards per reception was just 7.5, which isn't ideal for a team looking for explosive plays. Allen, with his route-running savvy and ability to create yards after the catch, could be a huge upgrade. Plus, he'd bring veteran leadership and a winning mentality to a locker room that's eager to turn the page and build something sustainable. Of course, the big question is about the price tag. Spotrac estimates Allen's market value at around $11.1 million, which is quite reasonable considering his production and experience. The Giants wouldn't have to break the bank to bring him in, and his addition could be a game-changer for their offense. Imagine a passing game with Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, or even Jackson Dart throwing to a receiver of Allen's caliber. Suddenly, things look a lot more promising. But it's not just about the individual stats. The Giants are trying to establish a new identity after last year's struggles. Their defense showed some flashes of promise, but the offense was just too inconsistent. With the addition of a reliable receiver like Allen, they could see their offense become more balanced, more explosive, and more capable of competing in a tough NFC East. The division remains one of the most competitive in the league, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all making moves, so the Giants can't afford to fall behind. Now, let's take a quick look at the current roster and what the offseason might mean for the team's overall strategy. Daniel Jones, the team's quarterback since 2019, had a decent season, but he's still looking to take that next step as a franchise quarterback. His running ability and improved decision-making showed promise, but consistency and supporting weapons have been issues. That's why adding a veteran like Allen could be crucial. He can help elevate Jones' game and provide a safety valve in clutch moments. Meanwhile, the offensive line remains a key focus. The Giants have been working on shoring up their protection, knowing that a solid line is vital for any quarterback to succeed. The draft and free agency will continue to shape this unit, and if they can give Jones or Dart enough time, their passing game could really take off. And don't forget about Saquon Barkley. The star running back has been the heart and soul of the Giants' offense when healthy. His ability to run between the tackles and catch passes out of the backfield makes him a dual threat that defenses have to respect. The team's success in 2024 will heavily depend on how well they can balance the run game with their passing attack, and adding a veteran receiver like Allen is a strategic move in that direction. Now, jumping back to the bigger picture, the Giants fan base is eager for a return to playoff relevance. After years of rebuilding, the hope is that these offseason moves will translate into a more competitive team on the field. The NFC East remains a tough division, but the Giants have the talent and the coaching staff capable of making some noise. Head coach Brian Daboll, who did a fantastic job last season despite the setbacks, will be looking to implement an offensive system that maximizes their weapons and gets the most out of their defense. Speaking of defense, there's been some talk about improving that side of the ball too. The Giants' defense showed resilience last year, especially in the secondary, but they need to continue adding pieces to contend with the high-powered offenses of their division rivals. The draft and free agency are key here, but it's clear that the team's focus is on creating a balanced roster that can compete on all fronts. Looking ahead, the expectations for the Giants are cautiously optimistic but grounded in reality. They're still in the rebuilding phase, but with strategic moves and smart signings, they could surprise many critics. The addition of players like Russell Wilson and potentially Keenan Allen signals that they're serious about competing sooner rather than later. Plus, the development of young players like Jackson Dart, Wan'Dale Robinson, and the ongoing growth of Daniel Jones will be crucial for their success. One thing is certain, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Giants are not sitting idly by. They're actively reshaping their roster to become more competitive and to give their fans something to cheer about. The hope is that by the start of the next season, we'll see a team that's better, stronger, and more cohesive, ready to make a push for the playoffs and finally put an end to the recent struggles. So, fans, keep your eyes peeled because the offseason is just getting started, and there's plenty of news, rumors, and moves coming down the pipeline. Whether it's signings, draft picks, or trades, the Giants are a team that's always in flux, always looking to improve. The next few months will be critical in shaping their future, and I, for one, am excited to see how it all unfolds. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these moves? Do you think adding Keenan Allen or sticking with the current roster can turn things around? Are you excited about Jackson Dart's potential? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This team is on the rise, and the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.